Well, the next stop in the impeachment process, the Senate, and it'll hit right as the 2020 primary season heats up. So what will that mean for all those Democratic senators presently running for president? Well, they'd have to be in Washington for the hearings, wouldn't they? Joining me now, Senate Judiciary Committee member, Tennessee Republican Senator Marsha Blackburn. Senator, good to have you.
Good to be with you. Thank you.
Do you think that, part of the rationale behind even asking this is that the House will probably go ahead and impeach the president on some grounds and then, drop it in the Senate's lap? Do you think that's going to happen?
We'll see if they take a vote. Their narrative is changing, and we know that they have had a cozy with the Russians problem, whether it was Bill Clinton, the oligarchs, the Clinton Foundation, Uranium One, Obama and Medvedev and Putin, and not sending aid to the Ukraine, and Biden and the Ukraine. So they've got this problem. They've lost. They had to flip the narrative. They've tried quid pro quo. They're trying bribery. We'll see if they ever get around to taking a vote. And, if they send something to us, we'll take it up. And I tell you, I'm one of those. I've got questions for Adam Schiff. I've got some questions I'd like to have asked.
Such as?
I would like to know why Adam Schiff took that call and told it was a spoof call and said, "You've got dirt, I want the dirt, I'll have my staff follow up." I want to know if he knows the whistleblower, who the whistleblower is. How many times did he meet with him? How many times did his staff meet with him? Did his staff work on writing that whistleblower report? Why did the CIA change the rules and allow hearsay? Because we know now they don't have enough hearsay to get anything to stick. So they're beginning to wiggle around and trying to find something else: obstruction, intimidation, bribery.
All right. In the meantime, with Maria Ivanovich's testimony yesterday, the president's been criticized for tweeting about it in the middle of her testimony, and Adam Schiff then using that as to say in real time the president was tampering with a witness and all that. What did you think of all of that? Even Ken Starr had said that it was probably not the wisest thing to do.
The tweet probably was not helpful, but what we have to realize is this is a fishing expedition that the Democrats are on, and they are determined. They made a promise that they were going to find something, and they were going to impeach President Donald Trump, and it's backfiring on them. I mean, the American people are not paying attention to what they're doing. They don't agree with it necessarily, and obviously, Neil, the stock market is not agreeing with what they're doing. The stock market is staying there with the administration and the economic changes that have been made. It had an all-time high yesterday.
No, you're right about that. All three averages, they're all up dramatically right now. The Dow, the S&P, the NASDAQ. I think in the case of the NASDAQ, up 30% year to date. The S&P 500 right. About 25%. The Dow up 20%. Obviously, investors are saying there's no there with this. Do you think, or do you worry that people get ahead of themselves on this, and that you like what you're seeing, but everyone just sort of bring it down a little bit?
I think what you're seeing is the Democrats are kind of being too cute by half on this. Adam Schiff and his conduct, the way he treated Elise Stefanik yesterday, was absolutely awful and unacceptable and very arrogant.
You're talking about Congresswoman Elise Stefanik. Now, she also said that regarding that tweet, Senator, as you just did, that I disagree with the tweet, but that she could understand why the president did it because he didn't have representation in that room. If the Senate were to take this up, would that be something you'd insist on?
If the Senate takes this up, and as I said, I hope that we do so we can ask some questions, and then you will see due process that is there. The president has to be incredibly frustrated with the fact that it has been attack since the day he won. It has been a reconstruction of a narrative. The Democrats know they got caught with their hand in the cookie jar. They know they did things wrong. Clinton did things wrong. That dossier was wrong. They know this. We're yet to get the IG report. We are yet to get the Durham report. We will get that. And Neil, I think that probably will temper some of this by the Democrats. We know that taking it to the Senate will have a chance to provide probably a more even view of what has transpired. And we also know that here to date, there has not been anything that would be an impeachable offense.
So very quickly, Senator, Mark Sandy is testifying right now behind closed doors. Of course, he's a career OMB official, Office of Management and Budget, and he is supposedly going to provide information on the holdup of military aid to the Ukraine. Now, of course, we now know that ultimately that aid was provided. But if it was delayed as a result of this, or waiting to get information on Joe Biden and or his son Hunter, would that be an impeachable offense in your eyes?
What we do know is that there is tremendous corruption in the Ukraine. And I was over to see some of our Tennessee troops that were over there. And what they wanted to do is make certain that money was going to people who were with us, not people that were going to be against us. We also know the Obama administration did not send anything but MREs and blankets. So why was the holdup on that? Was that because he had a relationship with the Russians? We'll see.
All right, Senator, thank you very, very much. We shall see. All right, in the meantime, Elizabeth Warren doubling down on bashing billionaires.